back. So for this tutorial, I'm using the Tartelette and Bloom palette. For this whole eyeshadow look, I'm using just that palette. So the first two shades that you see me grab there were the colors Jet Setter and Smarty Pants. I mixed the two so I can use it as my transition shade in the crease, above the crease, just kind of everywhere. Now I'm taking the shades Rebel and Leader, and these two are going to go right in the crease, and we will blend it up eventually, but you want most of your pigmentation to be just in the crease. So with a smaller brush, that's what I'm doing there. I'm going to continue dipping into the eyeshadow and placing it on my lid until I get the intensity that I want. Then here in this clip, I didn't show it, but I went into the shade Activist. I think it's like the deepest shade. Yeah, I want to say it's the deepest shade in that palette, and that's going to be just on the outer corner. I didn't drag all the way in, but when I blended it, it did wind up getting in the inner corner, which is what I wanted, but I didn't want to put like my initial, like first putting my brush on my eye, like right in the inner corner. Then of course you saw me blend it, and then I'm going to continue adding on and blending it and adding on and blending it. And of course, I'm taking that fluffy brush again, and I'm going to blend it because blending is the key to success. Just kidding, but really, blending is such a huge thing when it comes to eyeshadow, because if your eyeshadow is not blended, girl, it's not going to look good. I'm taking a flatter brush, and I'm going into the shade Charmer. And this is going to be the brow bone highlight, so I'm going to dip it really heavily in there and apply it to my brow bone because I really wanted my brow bone to stand out. And then I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush to blend out again, because I hate when people have like a harsh line under their brows and then you can tell like the brow color and then the crease color. Just blend it. And then we're going to start with the lid color. So the lid color that I used is the shade Firecracker. And here I'm applying it, and I noticed that the pigmentation wasn't that great. So when you see me apply it again in the video and you see that it's like boom in your face, it's because I actually used some Fix Plus to wet my brush, and then I reapplied the eyeshadow. Then here I'm showing you that I used the Tarteiste eyeliner, but I couldn't get it on camera, so I just skipped it, but that's the eyeliner that I used. And then here I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward through my face because you guys already seen me do this before. And if you want to see a video on just the foundation routine, then let me know and I'll do that for you. But I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through all this, and then we'll get back to the eyes. Everything that I'm putting on my face is going to be in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. Alright, back to the eyes. So I'm taking this black NYK, I think that said. I'm not really sure. I got it from like a dollar store and it works really good. And I'm going to use that for my waterline. And then I'm going to take the same flat brush we used to apply our brow bone highlight, and I'm going to dip it into the shades Rebel and Leader. And I'm going to just smudge that under my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of Activist, and that's what's going to really smoke out that bottom lash line. Then for my inner corner highlight, I use the shade Funny Girl. It's like a really nice champagne color. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply my mascara. And this is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, just in case any of you guys were curious. And now I'm going to move on to the lips. So for the lips, the lip liner I am using is, I'm going to tell you guys right now. I'm using the Milani Easy Liner for lips, and it's in the shade Sugar Plum. And I already knew it wasn't going to match the liquid lipstick because the one I'm going to use is super dark. So what I did is I outlined my lips as usual, which is what you're seeing here. And then you're going to see me kind of like feather it in, as you can see right there. And I'm going to do that all around the lips just so that it doesn't come through and look weird. And then I'm taking the Melted Matte Liquified Liquid Lipstick from TooFaced in the shade Evil Twin. And that's going to go all over my lips. And I'm even going to go over the lip liner. I just needed the lip liner for guidance because if not, my lips would look crazy. And that's going to be it. That's the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!